In section 18, he starts by saying, "It's well that you'll be buried here." And then he stops himself and says, "Well, it's not good, but it's something. At least it's something that he's buried here in his native land." He references that as Hallam's corpse decomposes, it will become the nutrients that nourish the violets and the wildflowers of his native land. This is a, um, a reference to Shakespeare in Hamlet. Shakespeare says that um, Ophelia, I think Ophelia, when she dies, her body will become the wildflower, become the violets. And so Tennyson knew his Shakespeare very well and makes a similar reference here. And it's a beautiful idea. Hallam has died, but he's coming home and his body will become part of his native land. Um, he says that if Tennyson says if he could, he would breathe life back into his friend and even give his own life. He's almost dying with grief as it is, and he would give what little life he has to bring his friend back to life. And in the final stanza is this wonderful thought. His life dies not, but endures with pain, and slowly forms the firmer mind. Have you ever experienced grief or pain or some great trial that goes on for a while and it leaves you stronger? I think about, for me, day after day after day, getting up, going to work, working hard, carrying the load of adulthood and the burdens that we carry. It has a hardening effect on us, and it doesn't have to be a bittering effect. It doesn't have to make us bitter, but often it does. But just this, when you're young, you're soft and tender, and life is just sweet. And as you get older, you experience trials that harden you and steel you, and you get calloused hands, or in this case, a firmer mind. It's sad that has to happen to us, but I think it's part of the plan also, that we grow up and that we we feel this firmer mind, this steeling of our souls. Stealing, not robbery, but stealing like becoming steel, hardening. It's painful, but I think it's how things are supposed to go. Okay, section 18. "'Tis well, 'tis something. We may stand where he in English earth is laid, and from his ashes may be made the violet of his native land. 'Tis little, but it looks in truth as if the quiet bones were blessed among familiar names to rest, and in the places of his youth." That's a reference to the churchyard with other familiar headstones. "Come then, pure hands, and bear the head that sleeps or wears the mask of sleep, and come, whatever loves to weep, and hear the ritual of the dead. Ah, yet, even yet, if this might be, I, falling on his faithful heart, would breathing through his lips impart the life that almost dies in me. that dies not, but endures with pain, and slowly forms the firmer mind, treasuring the look it cannot find, the words that are not heard again.